Hello, and welcome to Tech presented by KYZEN, where we will explore common cleaning questions and answers. Let's get started. I would like to introduce KYZEN's own Jeff Deering.
Thank you, William, for the introduction. Good day, everybody. Today's Tech topic is wave soldering and reflow ovens, maintenance and tips for cleaning. It's not just your kitchen oven that needs a spring cleaning. In the electronics assembly industry, various types of components are connected by linking them together with a printed circuit board, PCB, to form the printed circuit board assembly, PCBA. To achieve a strong conductive bond, these components are soldered to the PCB. Flux is being used during the soldering process to prevent the formation of metal oxides during said soldering. In a wave soldering machine, you have to be aware that the different sections form a system, and to guarantee optimal results, all of them must be in good working condition. First, we have the fluxer. Next, we have the filter. We have to keep an eye on flux from building up and clogging the openings. If this happens, the flux can start to drip and contaminate the board. Make sure you take care of the dosification system. Check that there are not spaces between the flux layers and do not overlap to avoid an excess of flux that generates contamination in other sections. Neglecting maintenance here can lead to a variety of things: clogged nozzles, badly oriented nozzles, bad O-rings, dirty filters, incorrectly dispensed flux, and dirty hoses. Those problems can lead to spills in certain areas, chain contamination, damaged hoses, electrical damage, contamination due to excess flux, and obviously lack of flux. We recommend performing these actions periodically: cleaning of the blowers, infrared preheating and via holes, thermocouple cleaning, as well as rail cleaning. Lastly, we have our chains and fingers, critical for your product's movement throughout the soldering process. If the chains are dirty, they lose mobility, which generates wear on the bearings, motor shaft, sprockets. This can cause them to break or be damaged in the short or medium term. If the chain is forced, it can get stuck or jump when passing through the wave solder and have more or less exposure, resulting in shorts or shortcomings. Failure to maintain your chain and fingers can result in dirty chains, damaged fingers, and little or no lubrication in or on the chains, which leads to chain binding, variability in the position of the PCBs, damaged tractions, equipment wear, shorts, and again, poor intermetallic bonding. We recommend performing these actions periodically: chain cleaning, finger cleaning, chain lubrication, and mechanical traction maintenance, the bearings, motor shaft, and sprockets. Remember that when you wash the chain, not only do you take away the dirt, you also remove the protection. So you must lubricate to provide rust protection and maintain mobility. Take care that the greases and oils are correct for your process. If the oil you use is not designed for this process, it will not protect your chain and can cause a problem. Moving along. In this age of mass production, we have evolved to surface mount technology, and with this trend, we have moved to reflow ovens, mainly those with conveyor belts to increase productivity. The presence of flux during the soldering process creates fumes as a byproduct. These soldering fumes are a known health hazard and need to be captured to prevent inhalation by operators on the production floor. When soldering manually, a fume extractor with filters is needed. A reflow oven isn't much different than your home baking oven. Instead of dough, you're cooking or heating solder paste at a more precise high temperature. Your home baking oven will often get dirty, like this picture. So will your reflow oven. Where is the residue? So where will you find the residue in the reflow oven? First, in the tunnel. Second, on the blower fan, as seen here. Next, the flux management system that's designed to capture the residue, as well as the heat exchanger. If your reflow oven is not well maintained, it won't be running efficiently, eventually causing process issues. If maintenance cleaning is not done for an extended period, it will cause premature breakdowns. Flux can build up on the ceiling of the reflow tunnel. When this flux buildup gets too thick, it can drip back down onto the PCBA, shown in the picture above. These redeposited flux residues are challenging to remove from the PCBA. Importance of performing maintenance cleaning for the reflow oven. How shall we clean it? Safety first. You have to be careful. Due to the characteristics of IPA, it is not recommended as a cleaning agent. Firstly, we'll have to determine the cleaning chemistry to be used. Generally, cleaning chemistries can be separated into two major categories, solvents and aqueous, also known as water-based. Solvents generally have good solubility with residue. However, some are highly flammable. Choose a solvent that doesn't have a flash point or a flash point that is at least 17 degrees C above the cleaning temperature. Aqueous chemistries work well, especially in a cleaning machine. Since it's diluted with water, it can also be more cost-effective. Both types of chemistries are typically corrosive in order to clean tough residues well. Hence, make sure to wear PPE accordingly when handling these chemicals. Compatibility with the material found in the oven is also important. Some aqueous chemistries are not compatible with soft metals such as aluminum. Here's a video showing one that is not compatible. You see bubbles forming around the aluminum part. After 15 minutes of soaking, here is how the part looks. After a rinse, here's how it looks. You can see a layer of aluminum is being etched off. Now let's go through some cleaning methods. The simplest way to clean is by hand. Get your cleaning chemical, spray it on the part to be cleaned, and let it dissolve the flux residue for 3 to 5 minutes. Next, wipe it off with a paper or cloth. This is done repeatedly if there is a high amount of flux residue on the part. A solvent is generally used in manual cleaning. Manual cleaning works best for the parts that are difficult to dismantle from the oven. The drawback of manual cleaning is that it takes up a lot more effort and time. Furthermore, it's hard to clean areas not accessible by hand. Now we look at cleaning machines. The first type we'll look at is the spray and air machine. For this machine, a pump sprays the cleaning chemistry through manifolds at the top and bottom of the cleaning chamber onto the parts placed in a basket. The liquid then drains back to the wash tank, and this cycle continues for the duration of the wash cycle. You can have a fixed manifold and a rotating basket, like in the picture here, or a fixed basket, similar to the home dishwasher. The next machine is an air sparging tank, also known as a bubble tank. As you can see, it looks like a jacuzzi. You can also make one that is simple like this. Here's how to build a simple air sparging tank. Get a tank that is heat resistant. Build a manifold with small holes to let the bubbles out. Remember to use heat resistant materials. Add the heater element. And do make sure to protect the heater element and the manifold. And there you go, your own DIY air sparging tank. If you need a very quick turnaround and you have the funds, do look into ultrasonic cleaning. This type of energy is strong and can significantly reduce the time of cleaning. In conclusion, equipment maintenance is a fundamental part of the success of your daily operation. Not performing maintenance or incorrect maintenance will bring the following consequences: scrap, damaged equipment, downtime, spare parts, unproduced parts, and unsold parts. Lastly, let's go through some frequently asked questions on this topic. First, can you clean at ambient temperature? Yes, but it'll take much longer time compared to a heated bath. Temperature is a simple way to speed up cleaning. Could I just soak the parts? The answer to this question is also yes, but it will take much longer time compared to one with additional energy. Air sparging, and especially ultrasonic, significantly shortens the cleaning time. Third, do I need to rinse the parts after washing? As there will be some flux residue dissolved in the bath, a very small amount of residue will be left on the parts if it's not rinsed. This is not very significant and you can do away with it. But if you want a very clean part, then rinsing is your answer. How often should maintenance be done? Well, there's no defined time to do maintenance because each process has different characteristics. It all depends on the number of hours your equipment works as well as the conditions in which they are working. That's all I have today, William. Please feel free to reach out to your local KYZEN representative with any further questions. And back to you.
Thanks, Jeff, and thank you guys for tuning into this Tech to Tech session. If you would like to discuss this topic further or have any questions not answered in the session, please contact your local KYZEN regional manager or send an email to tech@kyzen.com, and we will have someone follow up with you as soon as possible. And if you like this video, be sure to follow us on our social media platforms for more expert cleaning content.